All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies, we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house has body, and two, we're naturally alive, man. And now I kind of want to do this because it's not, it's more on the accord of like we're gonna focus on like the rebellion, how and how witchcraft and things of the occultic is really not good. But because recently I saw of weapons. The recent horror movie that came out, but I still think that Sinners is the best movie I've seen this year, honestly, of 2025. But anyway, but usually like when I see see certain movies, so one scripture comes to mind. But the one in the law came into mind, mind for this movie, man. But I ain't going to get too much in the movie, but really much, man. It's really pretty much those that ain't seen it, but I'll give it to some because those that haven't seen it, but pretty much, man, it's a witch, pretty much that, and she's trying to live, like she's probably trying to preserve her life, but she siphons, like she's like a parasite, pretty much, and just like how like we always talk about, like but spiritually she was, but like more she was trying to siphon energy because she was about to die, and she and she pretty much of a small town. I'm not sure where the movie was located. I gotta look it up, but she pretty much gets all the children, honestly, and she tags the children, like honestly, just like we gonna grab that, just like all this stuff like that, especially the energies and stuff like that, and on the left hand side on Kemetic Babylonian Mystery School System on the left hand side, try to draw, siphon our people. It's trying to siphon the world, honestly, and that happened. It's happening. It's been happening for throughout time, but it's just more of they all, but it's too. That's why the attack and stuff like that is always on children, honestly. Because what? That's why the Most High house kens us to women and children, because they're but especially children, because they're very impressionable, honestly. So and that's just that's just it is what it is though with that, man. So yeah, and for even with women for the most part too, but women but not most women, but they have a lack, they have a more not to lightly question certain things, honestly, and we kind of seen that too. But that's nuts. Actually, that's a whole nother story for another day. Let me not say that, but yeah, actually, honestly, children are more impressionable. But yeah, but let's go to Exodus 22 and verse 18 real quick. The law, man. That's why those that see the movie, you see why that was the main thing, suffer not of which to live. But it's also too, we're gonna see that how we're gonna look at some certain things a little bit. Exodus 22 and verse 18, it says thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, man. And you see what when you watch the movie, even anything, even let me say this too, right? Let me say this too, because right. Let me say this too, because even throughout, because I recently a few months ago seen the movie The Wiz. I love The Wiz. It's good. Even the original The Wizard of Oz, right? This happens throughout movie history, or even with books, even fantasy things of that nature. Even even in the Kemetic Babylonian Mystery School System, a cult world, right? Even with certain people like politicians, celebrities, entertainers, or whoever that's of the elites, they're into that stuff. They're into the left hand side as well, the Kemetic Babylonian Mystery School System, the occult world. They had this dynamic of a good witch and the white witch and the black witch, the good witch and the bad witch, honestly. But both are witches at the end of the day, man. Those both are the Most High house has said not to fool with it, because if you what witches will do, man, it's the reason why the heinous and the terrible things they do. You see why they're the Most High house has said, listen, don't have them to live, man, because yeah, man, because the havoc they can cause, man. But it causes actually rebellion too, man. So let's grab this too. Exodus chapter 22 verse 18, it says thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. So see, let's get this first Samuel, because that witchcraft could just be that's what they said about Babylon with the we about to get it though, man. That's his witchcraft. First Samuel chapter 22 and verse 20 23. 1 Samuel 15 verse 23. It says, "For rebellion is a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and he hath also rejected thee for being king." So this is when Most High Yahweh tells them he took his spirit back from Saul. He's not messing with Saul anymore. But notice how he said rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. Why, man? Because when you notice a lot of times too, witches are what mostly like like women per se, because there are wizards and warlocks that are men, but honestly, what does a witch do? She tries to make it like especially a lot of times too, like the man that the man in the image that she wants him to make, or casting spells, and persuade and guile and deceit. Honestly, man, like those are things that aren't of the Most High Yahweh, man, too, and also too. All different things that you shouldn't really mess with, man. But that pretty much, man. But notice how it says, here it says rebellion is a sin of witchcraft, and we shouldn't suffer what should live. So what is that? What is it saying too as well, man? Because it's saying pretty much all those that rebel against the Most High Yahweh, they're pretty much gonna they're going to get rid of, the Most High Yahweh is going to get rid of them, going to get put to death. They're going to get that judgment. Honestly, when constantly, that's why Proverbs 24 says, no, let's get that in Proverbs 24, man, because this is witchcraft, like that form of rebellion. Even what in the law and what the sons of Korah did, is a form of witchcraft of rebellion. Even Yahushua during his time, was a rebellion, man. Those that came up against him, man. So, because Proverbs 24 says this. Let's grab this too. It says, Proverbs 24 verse yeah, exactly. Yeah, Proverbs 24 and verse 21 in the Good News translation. We'll read this in Good News. It says, "Have reverence for the Lord, my child. Honor the king. Had nothing to do with them who rebel against them." Yeah, who exactly. So those that rebel against the Most High Yahweh, yeah, man, don't be don't be around them, man. And that's why, and that's why Psalm said, "Listen, blessed is man that don't walk with scorners, man." Those are pretty much somebody's scoffers, scorners, pretty much someone that mockers of the Most High Yahweh in the word, pretty much scorners and scoffers. But it's kind of the same thing, because they're rebelling too. So yeah, that's what Psalm says is 1 and 1. Let's grab that real quick, man, because this is what that's really about, man. Honestly. Psalm chapter 1 verse 1, it says, Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. So see, exactly, man, because rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, man. So rebellion against the Most High Yahweh, man, being a rebel. That's what part of what sin is, like a offender or a rebel. Yeah, you could say that. That's kind of fair. And we know what the next thing, iniquity and idolatry, and stubbornness is as iniquity. And iniquity is perverting the word for your own gain. And that's what Saul did, because he was stubborn not to do what the Most High Yahweh said, because he was trying to take all the best stuff for himself, honestly, and the people, and for himself, because he wanted to do that. So that's iniquity, perverting the word for your own gain. Then he tried to say, "Oh, I'm gonna sacrifice it to you," but that's what perverting the word is. Iniquity is perverting the word. So that's neither here nor there. Let's go to Revelation real quick though, man. But yeah, man, it's even seeing the movie though. That's why that's the main scripture that came to mind, man. Weapons of weapons that don't suffer which to live, man. Also too, because that witchcraft is rebellion, man. That's why he says he's gonna destroy Babylon in the world for their rebellion, man, against the Most High Yahweh. That's really what it is. It says, Revelation chapter 18 verse 23. It says, oh my gosh, is that it? No, no. I want that one. It says her form. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh, somewhere. Okay. Damn. All right. For witchcraft. Oh my gosh, I'm missing the scripture, man. Pretty much in Revelation, what it says about her, the witchcrafts, man. Honestly, man, that goes into the rebellion, man. That is what it is too. I can't find it. I thought it was Revelation 18:23, but it wasn't. But yeah, man, and also too, those that seen the movie, you could tell because in the movie, like the school logo where the thing happened in the school, it was the school logo and school team, the school logo was a giraffe, man, and like and also in the movie when the witch visits the when the principal at the school, he has a no what's the thing a giraffe. He has like a piece of a giraffe. Honestly, like not a toy giraffe, but like a piece of art that's a giraffe, pretty much, man. And pretty much, like and the school logo was a giraffe, and also too the when she visited the principal house, it was a giraffe, man. What was a giraffe like? What is that akin to? Remember Toys R Us? I just want to, and was the Toys R Us slogan? I want to be I want to be a kid forever, man. And that's honestly too the energy and stuff like that. Like that's in the programming that's been pushed on this, especially in this Western world, on this part of the this part of the world, man, especially here in America, man, because it's like that's what Paul says: as a child, put away childish things, man. As a child, speak as a child, man. Because a lot of times too, man, that's why people don't want to act their age no more, honestly. Because it's like, and don't get it wrong, because I still like stuff when I was a child, I still visit things here and there, but man, like people gotta grow up, honestly, man, and that's what it is. What it is, because it's so social engineer has has made the masses to think and act like children, man. Honestly, too, our people, we are akin to children, man. Honestly, too, and knows how. But they even with witches stuff like that, witchcraft and rebellion, pretty much, man. You know what? It's a perfect thing, man. Because witchcraft and rebellion, man. They teach us. The world teaches that early to us for us to rebel against the Most High Yahushua. That's why it says be not ignorant of His devices, man. Because that's all. What do you think all this gender war stuff and is about, man? Because it's really teaching subconsciously. It's teaching you how to go against the Most High Yahushua. It's teaching you not to believe in our God, honestly, man. Because men arguing with women, women arguing with men, it's all out of order, man. Because that's just is what it is, and that's not that's not the case, man. Honestly, and disobedient children, that disobedient, because on the natural tip, how much more would the children of Israel being disobedient to their father? So it's all the same thing. That's the same device, and that's what that witchcraft is, honestly, man. Because of course we know, of course, y'all know, like Eddie Griffin said in the interview or in stand-up one time, he said television, live visions like that. It's not, I mean, there's aspects to that, or like newscasts or weather forecast, because they cast and stuff on you. I'm familiar with those things. 'Cause those things are pertinent as well, but it's kind of deeper than that, honestly, too. It's teaching, those things. That's why I said suffer not wish to live, man. Honestly, witchcraft can come in many different ways, man. It's not always like the Wizard of Oz, or a lady with a black hat, or a woman or a man or woman dressed in all black, or worshiping Saturn, or that witchcraft would just be rebellion as well against the Most High House as well, man. But notice how they always target children, and they targeting our children now, and they targeting our people, hence the children of Israel. I mean, they targeting the world, but that just is what it is too, honestly, man. Because that's the case with that, man. Honestly, they always going to, evil is always going to target pretty much masses, but they're always going to start with your children, man. That's why it says train your child up, man, in the fear of the Most High Yahushua, man. So, yeah, man. So, but even if you see the movie, the children was always the target, man, because even in the witch in the movie, she wanted to live a long time, and and she even said in the movie about she commented on that giraffe, how that giraffe is very important, man. Because remember the Jeffrey, I think that was Toys R Us mascot logo named or his name Jeffrey from Toys R Us, and I want to be a kid forever, man. And that's just is what it is, man. And the witch want to live longer, man. But that goes into those that witchcraft, and those that do that, even those on the left hand side, and those that do that, they know that's that revelation that Satan know his time is short, so they want to prolong it, but they're not, But even if it's prolonged, it's still because look, even if it's still long, that's not going, you're not gonna get away, man. Because look, that's because you live a long time. Shoot, that doesn't mean you're gonna get away. So that's that Ecclesiastes 8:11, man. But hopefully it's edifying, man. But yeah, man, suffer not what you live, man. Because yeah, my mom early in the week, she showed me something about the astrology stuff like that, and I sent her that the law about not doing that, man. And also too recently seeing Weapons, man, the movie. It was a good movie though, but that's the main thing, man. Witchcraft, don't suffer what you live. Witchcraft is not always about the spells and stuff like that, or the aura of a witch, but also too could just be rebellion, honestly, sin against the Most High House, man. So peace.